Welcome back to another episode of the Armchair Pundits Liverpool post-match review. And you have me, James. And today we have drawn 0-0 away to Arsenal I've said this quite often actually, in a game that was pretty much a game of two halves. First half, we weren't great. Got better in the second part of the first half, but we weren't great in the first half at all. Had me very worried because Arsenal had us pinned in for quite a while. But in the second half, a complete switch around, and credit must be given to Slot and the players for that. But before I go any further forward, do me a favour, guys. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and hit the notification button and comment. I appreciate the comments that I've been getting on the pod over the last couple of shows. And yeah, as you can see, I do reply back. I do have conversations with you guys. So yeah, comment, and I'll get back to you and have a good conversation with you guys on whatever topic you agree on or disagree on, or even if it's your own view. But yep, going forward. But yep, it's a weird one. Because when you look back at the game, you can say that's a good performance because of how the second half was. But then at the same time, I'm like, we didn't have a shot on target. So can you really have a good performance, yet not have a shot on target? So basically not testing the goalkeeper whatsoever. So it's a hard one where you can be happy that you didn't lose. I predicted a draw in the predictions on our main show. I thought it was going to be 2-2. So to get a 0-0, listen, I always want to win, but to not lose the game is also important. Keeps our run of unbeaten games going. That's 10 games unbeaten. Yes, it's now 3 draws in a row, which isn't ideal. I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to front. It's not ideal. But this is a game, let's be honest, where most of the country thought we're going to get battered. And to be honest, there's probably some of you watching that thought we're going to get battered. So we come out of it, and I'm hoping we come out of it a bit of confidence with how we played in the second half. It's credit to certain players. I thought Van Dijk and Konate were really good today. I thought McAllister probably had one of his best games this season. Graham Burke was really good. Frimpong, I thought he was very threatening. Last ball does need some work. Definitely does need some work. There's a couple of times where he's got an option, cross it or shoot, and I just think he should shoot. Smash it across the goalkeeper. We didn't really have loads of people in the box, but sometimes the goalkeeper parries it out and one of your players just gets it. It just falls to one of your players and you score. So there's times where he's got into the box and he wants to cross all the time. But sometimes to give them a different look. Take a shot at goal. You never know, it can go in. Goalkeeper could fumble it. Goalkeeper could be expecting a cross and then misjudge it. So listen, I thought he had a good performance. But again, like I said, decision making, he needs to work on it. Definitely needs to work on his decision making. Wasn't impressed with Gakpo. Didn't think he had a good game at all. I would love to have seen Rio come on for him. But at the same time, Slot didn't make any subs. So that tells you he was not taking it. Well, okay, obviously made one because of what could be a really bad injury to Bradley. But we'll get onto that later. He didn't make any subs. Rio, I was sitting there thinking, do we bring on Rio? But at the same time, can you trust, in a game like that, can you trust a 17-year-old to put in a defensive shift, to not switch off at a crucial moment? So as much as he would have given us impetus going forward, would it have cost us? Yeah, but Mont said to me in the chat, no risk, no reward. But I don't know whether the risk would have outweighed the potential reward. Obviously, 3 points is always fantastic. But to lose that game in the second half in a manner where we were controlling, listen, at one point, and I'm pretty sure this is almost like 80 minutes, we had 72% possession in that second half. You don't do that to Arsenal at the Emirates. That doesn't happen. So it's a tough one, man, because I'm happy after watching the second half that we showed that we can pass quicker, we can pin teams in, we can be more on the front foot and snuff out in counterattacks. But like I said before, we had no shot on target. So it almost makes it a moot point because it all has to have an end product. And there wasn't one. But let me not be too harsh. Listen, we had no Ekitike and we had no Isak. And I honestly think if we had Ekitike, a striker that's ready to be in and around and to gamble, we would have had a shot on target at least. We could be more dangerous. But performance of Slot, give him credit. It seemed like it was a ploy to, I don't know, sit in and see what they offered. and not give up anything early. And we had to weather real storms. Real storms. There was times where Saka was just going after Kirkes, and it was like, is he going to get past him? Is he not? Listen, sometimes you'd beat him. Sometimes Kirkes would win the battle. It wasn't a game where you said Kirkes was terrible, was poor. And there was one in the box where he goes on the floor and blocks it would have been a goal. It would have been a certain goal, gets 2 blocks in on Saka and blocks the shot. And it's really good. Listen, Kirkes is getting better. He's young, he's raw, and there's definitely room for improvement. And I'm hoping that he continues to improve. But it was a funny game in that respect, that you want to see changes. You want to see the team go for it. And I'm sure there's some of you watching thinking, I'm not happy because we didn't go for it. We are the champions. Yes, we've got them pinned in. Go for it. Go for their throats. Go for the win. And if you lose or if you concede a goal, so be it. So be it. But listen, I was going to look at the stats of the first half, second half. That's what I normally do. But I decided there's no point because we didn't have a shot on target. So I looked at the overall stats for the whole game. And we actually went to the Emirates and had more of the ball. They had 48% possession, we had 52. Expected goals were 0.57. Ours was 0.36. They had 9 shots in total. We had 8. They had 4 on target, 1 big chance missed. And we had we had nothing, obviously. We didn't have any big shots and big chances. But a big chance, which for me, we should have scored, was in the first half. And that was from Conor Bradley. When he lobs the goalkeeper after their sloppy bit of play, he has to score it. I might be being harsh, but I think he has to score it. He's technically enough to just chip it over the goalkeeper and get it into the empty net. No one's getting there ahead of him. So he's just got to dink it. And, man, it would have been undeserved, but I wouldn't care because we're Liverpool. We're not worried about how Arsenal felt. But it would have been undeserved. But listen, if you score, you score. That's what I always say. You score, you deserve to score. You deserve to take the lead, etc. Second half, give us credit because Arsenal literally did not have a shot on target, a shot at goal in the second half until like the 89th minute, 87th minute, where they hustled us and got a bit of something towards the end. But we defended really well and controlled the tempo of the game really well. Obviously, the biggest disappointment of the night is and has to be the injury to a potential injury, Conor Bradley. But when you look at the pictures, it looks like his knee or ankle, more like his knee buckled. It doesn't look good. It looks like one of those ones where he's going to be out for the rest of the season. It's the last thing we need. The last thing we need. Like, I feel sorry for the kid because he's always getting injured and he can't catch a break. But what was nasty was, yes, Gabriel Martinelli doesn't know if he's injured or not, but that's why you don't do stupid stuff like pushing players off the pitch when they've gone down injured. You can be angry all you want. You can want to win the game and do it. Just take the throw in. If you're really that hungry about it, then take the throw in. And then the referee will stop you or the referee won't stop you. But to push someone who's potentially injured, I think that's scumbag maneuvers. And I think it's disgraceful what he's done. And I hope he apologises. And I'm really hoping that it's not a bad injury and that it's just a case where it's a couple of weeks out. He's definitely going to be out. But the way you get stretched after that, you're not going to be playing the FA Cup on Monday. So fingers crossed for him and praying that it's not a serious injury. But yeah, Liverpool have drawn 0-0 at the Emirates and we've deserved it. We deserved not to lose today. We deserved the adulation that we might get from our second half performance, and I really hope that we get confidence from that. The next time we play Premier League, we should have Salah back, hopefully, or if he's not in African Nations final. But we could have Salah back, and hopefully we have Ekitike back as well. But yeah, mixed bag, but happy that we've come away without defeat. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, don't forget to hit the notification button, comment. Let me know who you thought man of the match was. So I gave it to Szoboszlai. I'm probably thinking more Frimpong, but I'm not mad at Szoboszlai getting it. At one point, he had 5 shots, and he was the only person who had the shots in the second half. It was crazy. He probably should have scored today, but it wasn't to be. Take it easy, guys. Peace out.